That was weird. So I talked about the preview of this show. Um, all these four guys are really good. Or, yeah, five competitors are really good. Well, six. Whatever. The opening act was really good. Then we get to the Hell in the Cell. We have Roman Reigns versus Rusev. And of course, it was interesting to say the least. Roman Reigns went over um, Rusev, which I can totally get behind. I think that this back and forth thing was not good. And Rusev has had two-time U.S. champion experience. So Roman Reigns retaining is a good thing despite what other people might think. Um, is this feud over? I don't know, but usually a Hell in a Cell match would have include the end of a feud, I guess. Who knows what's gonna happen, and I hope the feud ends right then and there. I don't know. I didn't watch Monday Night Raw, so I don't know what happened. Um, then we had a regular match. Bailey defeated Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke was actually impressive in this match. I enjoyed the backflip in the entrance. I enjoyed just how aggressive this match was. We all thought Bailey was gonna lose to this match, and unfortunately, that didn't happen. Bailey won, getting her comeuppance, whatever you want, and yeah, Bailey won. That was fantastic. And then we had the tag team match: Enzo and Big Cass versus the Club, Luke Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Now this match was finally, finally people got smart, and Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows went over, and that was a smart move. You don't want to have these guys come in and lose every pay per view match because then that would make them a dud. Um, it's happened with veterans like the Dudleys who only won one match in their return. I'm not sure what the hell that was about. Then you had, of course, the fucking New Age Outlaws come in and would take team champions once, and then that was it. So you want these guys to come in, and they're veterans as well, but only in Japan. I mean, Luke Gallows was in WWE before as well. Um, so yeah, you guys, you saw a great thing happen when they finally went over, and you know, I love Enzo and Cass as well, but that late this went right for once. We had Gallows and Anderson finally had a victory on a pay per view. So then we had our second Hell in a Cell match, which had Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. I enjoy Hell in a Cell matches. You know, I think that this match was no exception. I enjoyed it. It was awesome just to see how these guys were wrestling doing some good moves. That sounds lame. These guys were just beating the shit out of each other. I mean, there was no blood involved, but it really was a good match for what it's worth because it's hard to explain, really. Yeah, it's very hard to explain how that goes, or how that went. But Kevin Owens won. Chris Jericho managed to sneak under the ring and, I guess, come out and help Kevin Owens win. That's pretty much the coward's way out in a way, but not really because it wasn't like Kevin Owens really needed Chris Jericho in this match. But Kevin Owens retains the belt. And we go to the Cruiserweight Championship. Brian Kendrick versus TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick obviously were all together back in the day, whatever. Brian Kendrick is this, I don't know, this character is kind of, in a way, devious. Trying to play mind games with TJ Perkins, and, the last thing he said is, "I need you to let me win." Whatever. So they came out, and they had a good match. It's one of those things where, yeah, I thought pretty much that this was gonna be Brian Kendrick's night, and it was pretty much, regardless of how it ended. It was, of course, Kendrick who played chicken in order to have the win, and then did the submission, the hook, and won. So Brian Kendrick is now the new cruiserweight championship champion. And then was the tag team match. Cesaro and Sheamus defeated the New Day by disqualification. You all guys already know how I feel about disqualifications. In a way, you know what, this was fine. Despite the fact that the New Day have been the longest reigning tag team champions, not beating Demolition, I guess, is what I've been told, but I don't know that, I think they have. But anyway, so I have to watch Raw and SmackDown to see how this goes. Yeah, Sheamus and Cesaro have been tag team before, so I think it'll work out, but then again, who knows? I thought Cesaro was going to be a face. Who knows, maybe it still can work out like that. Then we go to the main event. Charlotte versus Sasha Banks in the first ever woman Hell in a Cell match. And it didn't disappoint. I can honestly say that. It was physical, it was violent, and of course in the beginning Charlotte played the chicken shit heel and attacked Charlotte before the match. And then they were going to go up on top of, they teased going up on top of the cell, which I thought, oh god, don't do that. No. Don't even do that. I didn't even want Shane to jump up on the cell at WrestleMania this year, let alone this. So, it was a very interesting match. It was a lot of fun. Obviously, they tried to carry Sasha out, but she refused to give up her title. And then, that's what I thought was bullshit, because usually a forfeit means in my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong, forfeit means is that you lose, but you still keep the title, if that's what that means. So unfortunately, they wanted to strip her of the title, but she came back into the ring. They had a match. It was a hard fought match. It was very cool to see that. Um, and then Sasha ended up losing, uh, but it was a hard fought. You know, it was a hard fought loss, I guess. Unfortunately, and Charlotte is the new three-time women's champion. So we'll see who she feuds with next. Speaking of women wrestling, Mickie James is back in NXT WWE. Well, WWE, but she's in NXT. Um, like I said before, there's a lot of TNA wrestlers who are leaving WWE or TNA for WWE, and then some who aren't WWE went to TNA are going back to WWE. Um, Mickie James is now a part of that and gonna be facing Gail Kim, I guess, at the Survivor Series in Toronto, which I'm not going to. Anyways, yeah, that's about it for me. It was a good pay per view. Uh, it's what I expected, anyways. Yeah, that's all I could say. Talk to you later.